Hello, Otters. Welcome to your Earth astrology reading for January of 2026. Uh, first reading of the year. So, I am using the clarifying life situations for your overall theme. And then we are going to do a classic Celtic cross spread to see what is going on for the Otters for the month of January. And then we're going to go through and clarify for you. So let's see what is going on for the Otters. Okay, so your overall theme, if I can pick up the card, there we go, is highest good, which says embrace the journey with openness, trusting in the universe to lead you towards your greatest fulfillment. Oh, okay. Again, what a great way to, you are the second reading that I have done for January, Otters. And so far, again, both readings have been about journeys. So again, embrace the journey at this time, Otters. This kind of says that everything, especially this month that happens right now, whether it looks like it or not, is for your highest good. So just embrace it and go with it. Next, we'll go to your current general energy. And here we have the King of Swords. So, the King of Swords, for me anyway, again, this is a card of challenging your assumptions. So I do feel like there could be an assumption or perhaps multiple assumptions that the Otters are making right now. And again, Spirit is asking you to challenge those assumptions. And again, I always say, instead of assuming, if you need to ask, ask. Next, we go to your crossing energy, and this can be what either helps you or what hinders you. So the Eight of Wands, this is a card of gusto, speed, and momentum, but it's also a card of really fast growth. So again, I do feel like if you challenge the assumptions, your assumptions at this time, I do feel like you could experience a lot of growth in a very short period of time. It's like, again, almost like an aha moment that you have. And once you realize that this assumption that you have been making is wrong, like I said, the growth is going to be exponential. But let's clarify the King of Swords and the Eight of Wands. With that, we have the Queen of Cups. So the Queen of Cups, she really values emotions and feelings. So as far as whatever this assumption is, I feel like there is some sort of underlying emotion that is behind this assumption, which is often the case. So I would be kind of examining the connection right now between your thoughts and your feelings, because your feelings can affect your thoughts, and your thoughts can also affect your feelings. So check in with the connection between your thoughts and your feelings, and especially what thought or feelings are causing these assumptions. Next, we go to the area of your mind. And here we have the Four of Pentacles. So first of all, I could say that money is on the mind. And the Four of Pentacles can be a card of holding on to resources too tightly, or it can kind of be a card of like poverty mindset or scarcity. And again, this does really kind of make sense, especially in January, because we've just gone through the holiday season, and a lot of people spend a lot more money than they actually have at this time. And so in January, people tend to try to like tighten down on things. And I kind of feel like that is what's happening with the Otters in the area of your mind right now. Just remember that with the Four of Pentacles, when we hold on to our resources too tightly, it can block off our heart spaces. So again, just make sure it is perfectly normal and perfectly okay at this time of year to not be spending as much as we did in December. However, again, you still want to have the flow that is happening. But let's clarify that Four of Pentacles. So with the Four of Pentacles, we have the Death card, which is change and transformation. So yes, you need to change the way that you are thinking about money at this time. Again, I kind of feel like you are definitely holding on to things a little bit too tightly at this time. And again, you don't want to block off that heart space. So I do feel like the Otters this month, again, are going to have to change and transform the way they look at money. Next, we go to the area of your foundation, and here we have the Seven of Swords. Now, a lot of people read the Seven of Swords as a card of lying, cheating, and stealing, which it can be, but it's also a card of tactics. And again, especially with that change and transformation with the Death card and the Four of Pentacles, I do feel like you need to change your tactics. Again, you need to change the way that you are thinking about something. You need to go about something differently. And this is going to change the area of your foundation and probably make you feel more solid and more secure. But let's clarify the Seven of Swords. So with the Seven of Swords, we have the Hangman. So the Hangman is a card of pausing to gain enlightenment. So this could kind of say like, yes, you need to change your tactics with this Seven of Swords, but it might be a good idea to just kind of pause for a minute before moving forward and just perhaps look at things from a different perspective. Again, I feel like you could gain a lot of insight and wisdom if you allow yourself that pause and allow yourself that different or new perspective. Next, we go to the area of your recent past. And here we have the Nine of Cups. So the Nine of Cups can be a card of luxury in the tarot. And I kind of feel like, you know, perhaps in December, and again, I'm not calling you out here, Otters. A lot of people this happens to. I kind of feel like there could have been a little bit of overindulgence over the holiday season. But again, this Nine of Cups is actually a good card. So I would say, first of all, don't feel guilty or anything like that. It was the holidays. You were meant to be celebrating. You were meant to be having fun. You know, don't worry about that extra 10 pounds that you might have put on over the holiday season. Again, this guy on the tarot card on the Nine of Cups, he's meant to look chubby because he has been enjoying the luxuries of life. And he knows that they're going to be there for him again as well. So again, you know, don't be worrying about a little bit of overindulgence or those extra few pounds that you may have had over Yule or Christmas. But let's clarify the Nine of Cups. So with the Nine of Cups, we have the Tower. So Tower could be a sudden change that comes in for you. So one of the things I would say, you know, with the Nine of Cups and then the Tower, Otters, is that I would be careful of continuing with the overindulgence and not seeing it as overindulgence. Like I said, it's great and wonderful to indulge over the holiday season, but again, if we continue with that, you know, that can affect our health. It can, you know, affect a lot of things, and it can cause a bit of a tower moment. So, you know, like I said, it's wonderful to enjoy and indulge. Just be mindful not to continue, like I said, and get into almost more of that a devil energy. But yeah. um, All right. So next we go to the area of the very near future. And here we have the Hermit. So I feel like, again, yeah, and again, the otters do tend to be naturally playful creatures as well. So again, I am feeling a lot of that indulgence that was had, probably like you said, a lot of partying, a lot of fun, a lot of, you know, all that stuff. But the Hermit is a card of solitude. It's a card of going inward. And I feel like that's what needs to happen in the near future for the Otters, is that you may need some just time to yourself, especially if you do experience this tower moment, this sudden change. You know, and again, you know, the tower can represent not seeing reality. So some of the otters, not all of them, but some of the otters again could not, like, again, I was talking about the indulgence and how, the Nine of Cups can very easily slip into like devil energy where it's you are overindulging and falling into bad habits and stuff like that. So again, if there are any habits that may have been picked up in the last little bit, I would really look at the reality of that and, any addictions or anything like that that might be there. Um, so that you can avoid this tower moment. And again, the Hermit is a card of going inward. It's a card of, looking for your own inner light. And I think that's going to be very important. I don't know. I keep feeling like the otters are beating themselves up for some reason. Like I'm not really seeing that card necessarily, like cards that say that, but that is definitely what I'm feeling. And again, I'm an intuitive reader, so it's not necessarily just what the cards mean. It's the feeling that I get from them. And again, I do feel like you need some time to turn inward, otters. And just, again, yes, examine any bad habits that you might have, examine any addictions that you might have, but don't beat yourself up about it. Instead, find the light, I would say. But let's clarify the Hermit. And remember, all of this is for your highest good. That was the overall theme here. So again, if you are experiencing something difficult as far as like addiction or overindulgence in something, otters, um, again, you are meant to go through this. You know what I mean? Because you are meant to overcome this. This is definitely for your higher good. But let's clarify the Hermit. So with the Hermit, we have the Justice card. So yes, spending some time in solitude, gaining some internal knowing in internal wisdom, I feel is really going to bring things back into balance for the otters with the Justice card here. It's, the Justice card is like the ultimate card of balance. It's also a card of honesty as well too. So you may need to get really honest with yourself, otters. Next, we go to the area of the next few months. And here we have the Seven of Cups. So the Seven of Cups, this is a card of being spoiled for choice. Like I really feel like you are going to have in the next few months, otters, a lot of opportunities that you have to choose from. And I'm kind of feeling with this Seven of Cups, like it's like you can't go wrong. Each of these options is a good option. Each of these options are for your higher good, right? I would say though, don't overthink, right? If whatever, like, because again, there is no wrong choice. There is no bad, like, wrong option. So don't overthink it. Just take an option and go with it. And trust your intuition. I don't know. I don't have any intuitive cards yet, like intuition cards, but I would say trust your intuition. But let's clarify the Seven of Cups. So with the Seven of Cups, you have the Two of Wands, and the Two of Wands is a card of making plans. So again, like I said, don't overthink it. Just take your opportunity, take your option, and start making plans, and go out into the world. Next, we go to the area of your closest relationships. And here we have the Knight of Cups. And the Knight of Cups is the brave messenger of love. So this could be a good love, like a love coming in for some of the otters. For others, this just could be, like I said, a message of love coming in. But again, this is coming up in the area of your closest relationships. So I do feel like there is a lot of love surrounding the otters this month. And again, I would definitely be listening to and paying attention to any messages of love that you receive. But let's clarify the Knight of Cups. With the Knight of Cups, we have the Judgment card. So the Judgment card represents an awakening. So I feel like some otters may be awakening to love. And I do feel like for some, this could be new love. Um, and I feel like you're waking up to the idea that there could be something different out there. So again, I really do feel very good for love for the otters this month. Next, we go to the area of your hopes and your fears. And here we have the Chariot. So the Chariot is a card of moving on or moving forward. Um, it's also a card of not necessarily bringing the past with you, but bringing past wisdom with you. And again, you had that Hangman there, which is a card of wisdom. You had the Hermit, which is the card of wisdom. So I really feel like you are going to be moving on, moving forward from something. And again, oftentimes the Chariot can represent moving on from something emotional, and that you are taking the knowledge and the wisdom from that with you. You're not taking the hurt, you're not taking the pain, but you're taking the knowledge, the wisdom, and the lessons with you. But let's clarify the Chariot. Oops. And again, remember all of those lessons were for your highest good. All right, so with the Chariot, we have the Ace of Cups, and the Ace of Cups is your emotions overflowing. So I feel like the otters do have, or will have, a lot of hope for the future, at least by the end of this month. Whenever they get over, like I said, you are moving on from something, you are moving forward from something. And this is once you have moved on, once you have moved forward, then this is where you're going to experience the immense joy, love, and happiness. And finally, we come to the outcome card. And here we have the King of Cups. So it's very interesting because you started with the King of Swords, right? Challenging those assumptions. And you also had the Queen of Cups there as your clarifier, which said to, really look at your thoughts and your emotions. Now, the King of Cups, he is very solid in his emotions. He understands his emotions, but he doesn't let his emotions control him. And this is where I feel the otters are going to get to by the end of January. You are going to get where your emotions aren't controlling you. You are in control of them. And again, this has all been for your highest good. But let's clarify the King of Cups. So with the King of Cups, we have the Seven of Swords again. So now the Seven of Swords, and you have it twice, this can represent internal fears that don't exist. And that could be the assumption that you are overcoming from the first part of that reading with the King of Swords, where I mentioned about challenging assumptions. I feel like there are fears that you have that are unnecessary. But again, once you get to that King of Cups energy where you are sitting in, where your emotions are no longer controlling you, this is the outcome. You are going to be overcoming these fears. So I like it. Very good reading this month, Otters. Yeah, really be checking in with those thoughts and feelings. Yeah. All right. Thank you so much for joining me. Please be sure to like, share, subscribe, comment, all that wonderful YouTube stuff. It really does help the channel, and I truly do appreciate it, as I love and appreciate each and every one of you. Bye for now.